the very first thing that shifted with him was about food. What we ate and what made you unclean. Food rules sound small today, but they were the very walls of that world. The text described Jesus during those synagogue readings, where clean and unclean defined everything for our people. The scribes and teachers truly believed these rules were direct orders from God himself. They believed that avoiding certain foods was the only way to truly please him. The scribes would say it often, quoting Luke, that not even a tiny mark of the old law would vanish because of Jesus. Not a single stroke of the pen, they insisted. All those old rules about food, for instance, meant to stand forever, they believed. But then, looking at the text, Jesus' message was shifting. In the book of Mark, he completely overturned the old food laws. He was absolutely clear, it's not what goes into your body that makes you unclean.
To say that back then, that must have been shocking.
It was a bombshell. When he said it, to tell people it didn't matter to God if they ate pork or didn't eat pork. That it made no difference at all how close you could get to the Father. That was truly shocking. But that ancient human habit, that drawing lines, it wasn't just about animals. That idea of clean and unclean always jumped from a plate to a person. Jesus grew up in a world where some people were just unclean. The stories show him watching the Roman soldiers at the market, foreigners, Gentiles. We saw them as unclean because of what they ate. The sick, those with leprosy, they were called unclean too. Beggars, prostitutes, anyone down on their luck, also called unclean humans. Always left outside the wall. Jesus didn't just teach that no animal was truly unclean. He took that truth even further. He showed us there is no such thing as an unclean child of God. A sick man, a leper, walked straight toward Jesus. And right there in front of everyone, Jesus reached out his hand. The account is clear. He reaches out and he touches the man's arm.
And people must have been shocked.
They were terrified. But he was quietly breaking old tribal laws with nothing but kindness and love. Even the people who walked with Jesus every day, who spread his message, they still wrestled, still clung to those old tribal ideas of who was clean and who was not. Years later, Peter had a vision.